I'm George Simons. I'm a co-founder of solosuit.com, and today I'm going to give you 9 reasons why you should respond to that debt collection lawsuit you got in the mail. Okay? If you're being sued, that's probably why you ended up watching this video. So we're going to go rapid fire. 9 reasons why you should respond. All right. You should respond to that lawsuit first, because if you don't respond to the lawsuit, everything the plaintiff says will become legal fact. All right, that means everything in the complaint document or the petition document they received in the mail, everything they lay out will become legal fact if you don't respond. That means that if you don't respond within the deadline, you will automatically lose your case. All right, that brings us to number 2. If you don't respond to that deadline, your wages will be garnished. All right, that means if you have a job, even if you make if you're making like $20,000 a year, something like that, your wages will be garnished once you lose that case. In most states, that means they can take 25%. Right? They're taking 25% out of every paycheck. Every paycheck, 25% goes to them. All right, you don't want that. Also, in that same regard, they can also get a lien against your house. That means that once you sell your house, the money first goes to pay off that debt that you owe them. That's bad news, right? You don't want to be surprised by a little lien when you go to sell your house, all right? And if you don't believe that that's actually happening, it's happening. Right? 4 million Americans in 2013 had their wages garnished. 4 million. In Missouri, bank accounts were garnished 13,000 times in 1 year, right? Number 3, if you lose your lawsuit, which you automatically will lose if you don't answer, you'll have to pay at least $350 in attorney's fees. All right, at least $350 in attorney's fees. That's pretty much the norm. It's probably not really going to be lower than that. It's probably going to be higher. So that means that if you have a $100 debt, it's only a $100 debt. Why bother? Well, if it's a $100 debt and you don't answer, you're going to lose, and you're going to have to pay an extra $350 of attorney's fees. Right? So that means that a $100 debt is going to balloon overnight into a $450 debt. That's a lot larger. Right? Number 4. A little something a lot of people don't know. Number 4. The person suing you for the debt probably bought the debt for super cheap. All right? It's kind of like a strange concept. What does buying a debt even mean, honestly, right? But what it means is that, let's say you had a credit card debt with Capital One for $1,000. Okay? Capital One might have tried collecting it from you, but usually they don't really waste their time too much with that. They're actually going to take that $1,000 debt and they're going to sell it to someone else, like Portfolio Recovery Associates or something like that. Portfolio Recovery, they're going to buy the debt from Capital One, not for $1,000. Nope, that would be a bad business move. They're going to buy it for less than 1% of that debt. All right, so that means, doing a little math, that means $10. All right, so they're going to be buying a $1,000 debt for around like $10, maybe as much as $100, probably not. All right, so they're buying it, they're getting it for real cheap. All right, so what that means is number 5. If you answer the lawsuit, you're going to have leverage to settle down the debt. All right, these guys aren't the original creditors. They paid only a small fraction of the debt for the debt. That means that they're willing to take anywhere between what they paid for the debt and how much the debt actually is to settle. All right, usually they aren't going to settle if you just call them up and you're like, hey, see, you're suing me. I don't want to go to court. They're like, yeah, okay, yeah, settle. But then they're going to screw you behind your back, and they're actually going to file for default judgment against you, and they're not actually going to settle the case. All right, so file an answer, respond to the lawsuit, and then settle. 6, if you don't respond to the lawsuit, you'll have a judgment on your record. All right, usually judgments aren't actually going on credit reports these days, so if someone's telling you about it, it's probably not true. Usually, after around 2017, they don't really go on credit reports very often, but they can show up if you're trying to get a mortgage or any other number of things. The judgment will show up on your record. Number 7. All right, number 7, so you can make affirmative defenses. All right, if you don't respond, you can't make your defense. You're going to automatically lose, right? if you respond, you can actually make some affirmative defenses. You can say, statute of limitations, this debt is too old. You can say, oh, this is actually my debt. I've actually suffered from identity theft. All kinds of defenses you can make. All right. You can even actually sue them, right? If you think they violated the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, you can actually sue them in your answer. All right. Number 8. At least 32,000 people get sued every year for debts they don't owe. Yeah. All right, you might be like looking at his lawsuit, you're like, what the heck is this debt? All right, actually, you're not alone. 32,000 people at least get sued every year for debts they don't owe. All right, and that number comes from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. They say that at least 32,000 people have actually complained to them. So that means a lot more people are actually getting sued for debts they don't owe if 32,000 people are actually complaining about it. All right. Number 9. All right, lucky number 9. You have the power to respond. All right. Debt collectors don't want to think that you are powerful. They want to make you think there's only 2 options, that you either pay the debt or you lose. It's not true. You are powerful to respond. You can do this. You can fight the debt. You can get rid of it. You can win the day. All right. If it's not your debt, even if it was like an unconscionable contract, you can answer. You can respond to the lawsuit. You can get rid of the debt, or you can settle it down and pay a lower, more fair amount. All right. So that's what I got for you. As always, solosuit.com can do this for you. If you're like, man, I don't know how to answer. I don't know how to respond to the debt. Man, all these legal words are crazy. You can just go to solosuit.com and go through the process, and we'll generate an answer for you. We even have an attorney review it and file it for you. All right, solosuit.com. Thanks. As always, I'm rooting for you.